So a fire suddenly erupted in Los Angeles out of nowhere. But before that, there was this Golden Globes award, and the host, I think her name is Nikki Glaser, mentioned that their acceptance speeches are on fire. And she said there are zero mentions of God in those speeches, and went on to say that no surprise in this godless town. So what is the similarities between the speeches and the town? They're both godless. So it's almost saying like the town is on fire, and that's what's exactly happened. People would say it doesn't really, it has nothing to do with it. Well, words are actually powerful. God has used his word to create the universe, and unlike the other wildfires before, this is actually massive, and it's not normal. Even on YouTube you can see videos of a tornado forming like a fire. And if you can remember, the Golden Globes happened in the Beverly Hilton. On the Google Maps it's here, and then the fire is like enveloping or enclosing the area. So here we have the Eaton Fire, the Harris Fire, the Kenneth Fire, the Palisades Fire. So, and who is the most famous Hilton? Paris Hilton, the area socialite. Look at her Instagram. So her mansion was actually burned to the ground. Not that it's good. Of course, we don't want anybody to lose their houses. But you cannot joke about God. I mean, you can be a great comedian, but it's dangerous to use his name in vain. There's that reason why it's one of the 10 commandments to not use his name in vain. So basically, there are also on YouTube there are videos of like a house that was saved. The house on the left and the right were all burned, and then the people are complaining, oh, God doesn't care. But the owner of the house was, of course, thinking good and crying for sympathy because his neighbors has lost their houses basically. So it's like when in a class, and then the teacher is like, oh, she did well, she is 100%, 90%, and then when it comes to you, oh, you're zero. So how is that going to make you feel? And now you're talking about God publicly, like in front of television, 10 million people watching live, and also the people watching in YouTube. It's not going to be good. I mean, you are like devaluing the name of the Lord. And this host also said the air is thick with the smell of signature fragrances. Now the air is thick in Los Angeles with what? With smoke. So that is God saying like, it doesn't really mean anything to him. Your riches, yeah, there is actually a verse in Zephaniah, their silver and gold will not be able to save them, right? But one thing I just want to say is that the fire didn't come from God. No. Los Angeles being normal, being saved, no fire, is actually because God is there. There's a presence of God. To say in national television that this is a godless town, then God's protection is actually there. And then saying that it's godless, then if God is not there, then his protection will be lifted. And so these fire are coming. They are already there. Not just in the physical world, but if God's protection is lifted, then that's what happens. Just like Job, right? Anything can happen to Job, but there is God's protection, and then he lifted the protection, and then the devil can do anything to Job except get his life, or basically take his life. So it's very sad, but one thing's for sure, you cannot boast in front of the Lord, because all of yours is his. Not even your hair, your hand, all of it is his. That's it.